The hotel is a landmark, but so too is the sign, and perhaps more so. As a drive-by landmark, the sign is the visible part, and when it was illuminated at night, it was a real landmark.
The Cecil sign has historical value, so Calgary Municipal Land Corporation took it down today. We're going to restore it, put it in storage, and then we're going to use it in the East Village redevelopment. It might be reused on this site. This site is going to be sold to a developer in the future, so it's potentially usable on this redevelopment site. If not, we'll find room for it in the East Village.
Well, it's a long-time landmark to Calgary, and it's highly visible being along 4th Avenue, also near the Langevin Bridge. It doesn't have the status of something like the Palliser Hotel. It's way off the beaten path, and it's not the Palliser. But it does have its own. It filled a need in Calgary when it first opened. It was a working man's hotel, basically, and always was. There's a scope for that. But it didn't always have the reputation that it came to be known for in its later years.
A watering hole, a working man's bar, lots of craziness, wrestlers for bouncers. Seen a few guys go out the door without the door being opened first.
It did get a reputation. It was in the news very often for bad things towards the end, but it wasn't always that way. There's sort of a publicity book done about Calgary in 1914, wherein the business owners could say the best things about their business, but they go on about how the Cecil fills a much wanted need, and the working men, daily attend its daintily appointed tables, and there was a Cecil Hotel orchestra at that time. So it was never anything more than a working class hotel. But there's nothing wrong with being a working class hotel. They're working class people, and it served that need.
Building's being taken down. There's nothing historically important in this building, and as you know, it's been standing through flood and fire. So the building has a lot of mold pollution. So we're taking the building down, and that's going to be the end of this year.
It has some fond memories, but it is a bit of an eyesore. I mean, have a look at it, right? The city did spend a lot of money on it, so they might as well utilize it. I mean, it's a taxpayer's issue now, I think.
It's a good question. Is it a loss to our city? Personally speaking, I would say yes. Besides having an interest in history, I'm an antiquarian. I like old things. This is an old hotel. It takes 100 years to grow an 100-year-old hotel, so it's a loss in that respect.